Welcome to the Youth Arts Education Temporary Public Art Application Information Session by the Clark County Parks and Recreation Public Arts Office. This meeting is being recorded. The video will be available for applicants not in attendance. It is important to watch the video as the keyword will be included in the presentation. Since 2018, the Youth Arts Education Temporary Public Art Program has been actively organizing artist involvement. The program's dual purpose is to educate artists and youth about public art and enrich the skills of the participating artists. The program has grown since its inception, adding both Overton and Laughlin as sites in 2024. In 2025, the program welcomes the Government Center and Silverado Ranch. The program is now split into fall and spring components with separate calls for each. Goals of the program: to be the leading resource for positive recreation and creative choices in Southern Nevada. Create a professional and thoughtful traveling temporary public art installation with elements created by the children enrolled in the program. Give artists who need experience to create three-dimensional public art and facilitate a workshop that includes community engagement. Develop an artist's skills in teaching, engaging community, and producing three-dimensional public artwork. Produce and promote work by Clark County artists. Create work that is responsive and sensitive to the community it is located in. Who is this for? Artists who are interested in public art. Artists who have never worked in the field before or have limited experience in three-dimensional art or public art. Residents of Clark County aged 18 and older. Not part-time or full-time Clark County employees. Not under contract for any Clark County public arts project larger than $500. Any artist that has participated in this program the previous 3 years is not eligible. The contracted artist will be required to provide their Social Security number or federal tax ID number. Scope: this program is considered a scholarship for artists to learn about public art, community engagement, and interactive collaborative sculptural installation and/or public art. Clark County Parks and Recreation Department's Public Arts Office recruits artists who are interested in public art but have little to no experience in the field to participate in a professional development and mentorship program. Artists will be selected through a competitive process. Upon selection, artists will participate in training under the guidance of public art staff. In this training, the artists will learn how to create a lesson plan, lead workshops for children, develop three-dimensional sculptural installations, and collaborate on designs that fulfill the needs of the program. Selection process: artists apply to open call. Applications are evaluated for preliminary review and sent to the jury for review. The jury is composed of site supervisors. Sometimes these individuals are artists. Many times they have other backgrounds. The jury uses specific criteria and evaluation, including community and facility needs. Semifinalists will be identified and interviewed. During the interview, artists will share information on previous art experience. This interview will help us gauge professionalism and facilitation skills. Recreation centers will be assigned artists based on community fit and experience. About the location and facilities: Clark County Parks and Recreation provides Southern Nevada with recreation and community centers with a variety of amenities to provide recreational experiences for visitors and residents alike. Each recreation and community center has its own unique space and community. Our recreation and community center locations also extend to rural communities in unincorporated Clark County. This fall, there will be 11 Clark County facilities participating in this program. Each artist will be paired with 2 facilities to lead workshops with youth participation that includes their contribution to the temporary public art sculpture or installation. There will be a group exhibition at Whitney Recreation Center. Purchased is the Government Center and Silverado Ranch, our 2 new spaces this fiscal year. Selected artists will create a concept and proposal for the project lesson plan and will meet with county staff to discuss classroom and installation logistics. The artist will propose to the site and have the work approved by the site contacts and public art staff. The artist is asked to consider the site and community engagement in their proposal. The artist can gather inspiration from the history and/or environment of the site, the community, or a solution from a social problem within the youth, such as bullying, low self-esteem, and loneliness. Project budget and milestones. The commission shall not exceed $3,000 per artist. The budget will cover all costs of the project to include, but not be limited to, artist fees, design, meetings with staff, workshop instruction, install, deinstall, storage, travel, and all necessary materials and supplies for the project. Artists are not required to create or submit a budget for this project. The selected artist will invoice the county for the specific amount for each completed milestone. Milestone 1, training workshop, approved design proposal, and lesson plan, $500. The artist attended the training workshop with county staff. The artist developed a lesson plan for the workshops and design proposal for the sites. This payment can cover expertise, labor, and materials for the workshop. Milestone 2, workshops 1 and 2, $600. Completion of youth art workshops at Site 1 and Site 2. This payment can be used to purchase additional materials to complete the final fabrication of the work. Milestone 3, artwork installation 1 for $450. The completion of installation at Site 1. The art installation will be displayed in an assigned county facility, and all proper paperwork and inspections have been reviewed and resolved. Milestone 4, artwork installation 2, $450. Completion of the installation at Site 2. Milestone 5, artwork installation 3 and reception at Whitney, $600. Completion of installation of work at a group exhibition at Whitney Recreation Center and attending the reception. Milestone 6, deinstallations of all exhibits. Complete deinstallation of all installs at sites if necessary. The artist will deinstall the work from the assigned location and ensure the space is cleaned and returned to normal. Out-of-town transport reimbursement. One artist will assign to a facility that is in Overton, Nevada. They will receive payment for travel after completion of Milestone 3. The program is divided into 2 tracks. Track A is a traveling installation. This is one installation that travels from one site to another, then arrives at Whitney Recreation Center as its last destination. This installation can be completed or changed at each site. Pros: only one project to focus on. You can complete both of the workshops in advance of the construction of the art. Cons: a lengthened time between workshops and installations. Depending on schedules and requests of sites, there may be insufficient time to complete the work. Track B, 2 individual installations. This is 2 separate installations at 2 different sites. One or both arrives at the Whitney Recreation Center as its last destination. Pros: shortened time between checks. Can have both projects and workshops going at the same time and complete work for both sites and installations at the same time. Cons: this is 2 separate installations, which means double the time for creation and tighter scheduling. Workshops. Artists will lead a workshop with youth at the assigned Clark County recreational facility. Artists will use their supplied funds to budget for workshop materials and artist time. Because the resulting installation is temporary, the use of reused and recycled materials are encouraged. The workshop is an excellent way to connect to the community through the youth. Artists can work with the centers to host their own workshop as well as work with built-in after-school programs and day camps. Installations. Once the workshops are completed, artists are guided by Clark County staff to propose a temporary installation using art created in the workshop. Public art staff work with the artist to ensure the work is quality and relevant to the space. The work created is a sculptural installation. Past installations have included a variety of techniques and methods. You can see past projects on the Clark County Public Arts webpage. A brief overview of the fall timeline for approved artists. In September, the artists will attend a training workshop on how to complete their lesson plan and design proposals. They will then submit lesson plans and design proposals to be approved in September and October. Workshops will be completed then, and the construction of the project will begin in October to November. November, December, and mid-January, the artwork should be installed at Site 2. Installation at Site 2 should be completed no later than February. February and March, there will be an exhibition with reception at Whitney Recreation Center. Dates to be confirmed. April will be the deinstallation of exhibitions and all installations. Application process. Watch the application video. You must watch the online Youth Public Art application video. You are doing this now. Provide the following keyword into the cover sheet. Bluebird. Fun fact, the mountain bluebird is a state bird of Nevada. 2. Cover sheet. Complete the cover sheet. This is found on the Clark County Public Art webpage. If you use this tiny URL link, you must include the capital letters. Fill out the required cover sheet via Adobe Sign. Fill out every required field indicated by a red asterisk. On this page, you fill out your name and contact information. Optionally, you can include websites or social media for our records. The jury will not view websites or social media. Every page contains a required signature at the bottom. On the second page of the cover sheet, you will upload the required attachments: the CV or resume of experience, a PDF of work samples, and a letter of intent, 1 page. This is where you will also enter the keyword Bluebird. The final page contains optional demographic information. This page also has a required signature. Please ensure you sign and fill out every field that is required to submit the application. 3. Experience. A curriculum vitae or resume up to 2 pages. Please list any information relevant to the call, including exhibitions, teaching, or other relevant experience. Templates for resumes can be found online. Format it as one PDF. 4. Letter of intent. Provide a letter of intent describing why you would like to take part in the Youth Public Art Project, what your connection is to the area, and if you are selected, what theme you would embrace from the goals. Limit this to 1 page and format it as a PDF file. This is an introduction letter for us to learn about you and your work. Make your letter concise, clear, and use direct language that addresses the call. The jury comes from a variety of backgrounds, including non-artists. Letter of intent. Introduction statement. The introduction statement in your letter of interest is where you give the panelists a very general idea of who you are. Highlight what kind of artist you are: sculptor, painter, photographer, etc. And either a statement about the main theme of your work or a statement about your experience as a public artist, i.e. how many projects you've done or how many years you've been practicing. The project interest statement is the part of your letter in which you explain not only why you are interested in the project, but why are you the perfect candidate for the opportunity. You should do a close reading of the call to artists and identify key phrases. Highlight your strengths by using these same phrases in your letter. This will show the committee that you have invested your time into learning about the project and know that you are a good fit. Describe why you would like to take part in the Youth Public Art Project, what your connection is to the area, and if you are to be selected, what theme you would embrace from the goals. Relevant experience statement. The experience section of your letter of interest should quickly list any recent projects you've worked on. Let the selection committee know why you are mentioning these experiences. This program is an educational artist training program. so you may not have much of any experience in public art, sculpture, or teaching. Speak to why you want to engage in this program and what you will learn from it. Credentials and asset statement. This should be the third paragraph of your letter of interest. Here mention your credentials, including any education, professional affiliation, related experience, or awards. What do you bring to the table in addition to your creative abilities? Why are you the artist uniquely suited for this project? Conclusion statement. In your conclusion, you should reiterate your excitement about the project and thank the committee for reviewing your application. 5. Previous works. Artists must submit 5 examples of previous relevant artworks. Artwork that contains offensive language, overtly political, religious, and/or sexual content of imagery, including nudity or copyright infringement, shall not be considered. Each page must have numbers that correspond with the annotated image list and feature a single work. Multiple vantage points of a sculptural work are considered one work and can be put on one page. Composites of various artworks on a single page will not be considered. Only include images that are relevant to the project. Include an annotated image list. Each example listed shall include a thumbnail of the corresponding image, title of artwork, artist names, year of completion, dimensions, medium and materials, and if necessary, a brief description. Format all the pages as one PDF file for a total of 6 pages. There are some examples of a previous works page. You can see where the artist created a page with the images and information that corresponds to the order of the pages. More examples are visible here. Submission and interviews. Once you have all your materials ready, submit them through the application cover sheet on Adobe Sign. The deadline to submit is Monday, August 19th, 11:59 p.m. Semifinalists will be identified and interviewed, and during the interview, artists will share information on previous art experience. The questions will be about project feasibility, interest in the project, experience, and the artist's goals. This interview will help us gauge professionalism and facilitation skills. Artists selected for the interview round will be announced and scheduled. Interviews will be held September 4th and 5th, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. The call information is available at the links below. You can find the call in full on our website, and for any questions, you may contact CC Public Art at clarkcountynv.gov. You can call our line 702-455-8685. The deadline is August 19th, 11:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's just before midnight. Spring applications will open in the winter of 2024, so please make sure you are signed up to our newsletter on our website to ensure that you get that. And here is my contact information. Again, my name is Lawrence Reese. I am a recreation assistant for Clark County Public Arts. My phone number personally is 895-7890. You can email me at lawrence.reese@clarkcountynv.gov. A link to our website is below. You can also find us by Googling Clark County, Nevada Public Arts Office. Thank you, and please reach out if you have any questions.